Yeah. Apologies for the cat that's walking in front of the mic right now, but welcome back to the Randomness101 podcast. I'm Spentaurthecentaur, your host, here with your co-host.
Arceaion? Yo. Hello.
Yeah, that was very much delayed.
No, I'm just sitting here watching your cat. Like, I'm just like, what is she
She's
doing?
on my desk. She's basically just playing with everything.
Is she going to climb up your arm and onto your shoulders?
I don't know. She's just standing there.
I think we need to get her down. I think she's trying to get down,
here, come here,
but she can't figure it out.
Come here, Marceline. She's part of the Randomness101 podcast now. It's official.
She's always been a part of it.
She kind of has. But yeah, welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while.
She's our director.
She's our director.
The one that never appeared.
You're right. Also, another member's back, Shuba Duck.
Yeah, welcome back, Shuba Duck. It's been a while.
He went on vacation for a little while there.
Well, he did pop up once, but I mean, that was a quick little...
Yeah, it was a quick little thing. So this is technically going to be the Christmas episode, since we can't actually do one Christmas week.
Yeah, I mean, we might... I mean, when is Christmas? Like, what?
When's Christmas? The same time it's always been.
The 25th?
The 25th, yeah. 25th of December. I'm surprised you didn't, have that memorized. Your birthday's in Christmas, actually. Do we want to talk about that at all?
It's December 5th.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's not a big thing.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty big thing. I mean, it was the day that you're born.
Actually, no, we might be able to fit one more podcast in.
Yeah, we might do two today. We'll see.
No, we might be able to fit one more in for, the week and all that. But, I mean, we can do two today. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Depends on the energy, because I tend to crash after one long recording.
I mean, I had a monster.
Tom
I had a monster
Clancy's-
about a year ago.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is now free to play for Stadia members.
That's okay. I already own it. I have it on Steam.
I don't have it.
But yeah, welcome back to the Randomness101 podcast. I know, so this is about my channel here. I know that I said, hey, I have a video. It's going to be really good. It's going to come out soon. It hasn't come out soon. I've been super busy. I recently got another car. Been working on that.
Please put an image up of that.
Boom. All right, yeah, you all saw that.
So, yeah, it's a pretty nice car. He's been driving me crazy the past, 3 days about it.
It's a Mitsubishi Lancer Rally Art, 2004. And it's the only one I can actually find near me. So, pretty cool.
Speaking of cars, I actually got a story for cars on this. Oh, there goes your cards.
Way to knock things over.
Oh no, it's I'm just.
You're fine. You're fine.
Anyway, so
it's just the desk. It's wobbly.
I got a story about. So this is a while back, but I had a friend who. His parents they weren't super rich, but they had money, so they bought him this really, really nice car. I don't remember what it was, but it was some big Ford thing back then.
A Mustang.
Might have been a Mustang. I don't know.
Mustang or a GT something
like that.
I don't know.
But anyway, so we were joking. We were like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna wreck it." He did wreck it. So,
obviously.
So his parents fixed it up for him, and he starts driving again. And we told him, "Dude, if you wreck it or scratch it or do anything to it again, you're gonna regret it. I don't know what we're gonna do, but you're gonna regret it." So he was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. 2 weeks later, something happens, and he either wrecked it or he got a dent or something. So we're like, all right, we're going to teach this guy a lesson. So we went to a sex shop, bought we bought a shit ton of dildos, took some, it was either super glue or Gorilla Glue, and they were the dildos with the suction cups at the bottom. So we put some... Gorilla Glue or
before the story goes any further, I just want to say this is an R-rated podcast.
Yeah, it's R-rated.
Yeah.
If you haven't figured it out.
I mean, if you haven't figured it out from us talking about dildos on a car.
But, yeah. So we took some suction cup dildos, put some Gorilla Glue, and stuck it all over the top of his car to make it look like a hedgehog or a porcupine. He could never get them off.
That's hilarious.
He literally had to drive that thing because his parents wouldn't pay money to get them taken off, so he had to drive that for the next 2 years. Eventually, I think they just naturally fell off because the glue failed.
Imagine how many people are just driving next to him, just pointing and laughing.
Oh, dude, we always did it. If any of us ever saw him out, we were like, "Ha ha, it's the dildo car."
Yeah.
It became pretty famous in the town as the dildo car.
But so a lot of other creators have actually made a bunch of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl content, and I haven't been able to get to mine because I've been so busy. So apologies, but it's probably going to come out like, I don't know, 3 weeks after this podcast. Hopefully before then, but
I mean, there's other reasons.
There's other reasons. It's like holidays came up, like Thanksgiving, all that stuff. My crippling Yu-Gi-Oh addiction.
Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Just look to your left. You can see like just the 20 Yu-Gi-Oh decks I have just sitting over there.
Yeah, we've got them everywhere over here. That's
yeah.
actually what fell over. If you heard that.
Yeah, it's all just Yu-Gi-Oh cards and deck boxes and card sleeves, and there's a new Yu-Gi-Oh set that's coming out. Actually, it came out today, and I just bought 2 boxes. I may do an unboxing of it, actually. I may just record the unboxing, but it's 2 what are they called? 2 booster boxes. So it's like 24 packs of cards each. And then, yeah. So that's been going on. That's been happening. They reprinted a bunch of cards that I wanted in that set, so I decided to buy them. So, don't worry about it. I already got that. But yeah. So Arceaion, what's your excuse for not uploading? The answer is you don't have one.
I don't really have. I just haven't had time. I genuinely have been very busy.
That, and we were talking, and he might actually change the name of his channel or just make a new channel.
Yeah, so
we're not going to go too much into detail about why.
The channel, I'll just cover basics. The channel I have currently, I use for
a lot of
a
other
whole
things.
bunch of other shit. So it's not.
So he just wanted to do a channel that's specifically for one thing. But yeah, we have a Pokemon series that's coming up here in a while. I don't know when we're going to start on that, but I also kind of didn't get to upload a Minecraft episode last week, and I know you guys are probably looking at like, oh, they're just uploading Minecraft and nothing else. I thought this was supposed to be random.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
It is, and we've got several videos in the works.
Just been busy.
Thanksgiving kind of threw a wrench in some of our plans, and we've just been really busy.
Yeah, it threw a wrench in the gear, and the gear's been just like breaking every like 5 turns.
On a note of Pokemon, there's 2 things I want to talk about. First off, a Pokemon blind playthrough. But it's not a blind playthrough as in you've never played the game before. It's a blind playthrough as in your screen's black and you have to have someone else tell you what to do.
Which actually we could do. That'd be really fun to do. So we might do something like that. Expect a bit of like Pokemon playthroughs from us, because we're probably going to do more than just the art lock that I have coming up.
And a few other things that we have planned on long term.
Yeah, but it's just, it's
also,
just a matter of time. We need more time.
The second thing we need to talk about is the Pokemon MMO with every region in every gym.
Okay, so this doesn't actually exist. This is an idea that we were thinking. Oh man, this is what we need.
Well,
in
you
the next
were
Pokemon game.
saying that it existed, but I guess you now know it doesn't.
Well, there's Poke MMO, which is like you play ROMs like Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Heart Gold, and Pokemon Black and White, and you can play them in an online MMO. But there doesn't exist anything to this day where you can go from one region straight to the next, and you can keep doing that.
Yeah.
So what I was kind of talking about was, we could get a, like the next Pokemon game should be a giant MMO. Like, imagine like World of Warcraft, like that big, where you can just beat all 8 gyms in Kanto, do the Pokemon League in Kanto, and then you can go straight to Johto, and from Johto you take a boat or something to Hoenn, and then it just keeps going on and on and on throughout all the regions, all the gyms.
And throughout all of that, you would have the same Pokemon, the same...
They'd probably lose levels, or there would probably be a new level cap or something for them.
I imagine that the way they would be able to implement something like that would be, like...
I don't know, a new level system, sort of?
Not a level system, but I think it would be more of... It would be Actually, no. I don't think they I mean, if you think about it, why would you go easy? Why would you go easy on?
I don't know.
What would you get rid
I feel like there
your
would just. I feel like there would just be like either you have to turn in your Pokemon every like 8 gyms or something and get a new team.
Well,
Like
You
Ash does in the
could.
anime?
Well, you could, and this is an idea I have, you could restrict it to where in each region, because you know how the badges prevent you from having specific level Pokemon?
Oh, to where each region...
You could set it to where each region you have to obtain those levels to get back your Pokemon. So, well, not get them back, but say they're in storage, you can't use those Pokemon... You can't use a level 100 if you only have one badge.
Yeah.
Even though you've collected all the badges from a different region.
Yeah, it's like level caps. That'd be kind of cool.
A level region cap.
Yeah. What do you think's the best tasting? What do you think the best tasting Pokemon is? Like if you had to choose one out of the, I don't know, what are we at, 1,000 now? Like Pikachu?
Like...
You gonna eat some roasted Pikachu?
No, I don't want to eat
some Charmander. What about Caterpie?
Caterpie.
No, Caterpie. The literal like worm that they use to make the Caterpies. Yeah, the Caterpie. I've heard it's really delicious. So
I think it's said in the game that Slowpoke tails are they're like the most tasty thing in existence in the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
But it's also illegal to eat them because it's inhumane or something. So
what Pokemon villain team do you think is the best? In my opinion, I'd have to go straight Team Galactic. They already got... Dude,
sorry, man. It's Team Skull.
But Team Galactic already had, like... They were able to capture the 3 Legendary Lake Pokemon. So, like, they technically are the most successful.
Team Skull was technically also successful because they attained everything that they were supposed to.
I don't know. They just worship the Lily waifu.
No.
Or not Lily. It's... The one chick.
Guzma was hired by, at least in the games, he was hired or he was like encouraged by Lucinda or whatever her name is. It's the
Lusamine?
It's the mother.
Lusamine.
Yeah, Lusamine.
The waifu.
Yeah.
The waifu was actually 40.
Effectively, she was their job was to literally help her get to the Distortion World. They helped her get to the Distortion World. They did their job. They were the only team that has ever successfully won and then willingly stood down. They weren't beaten to submission. There was nothing. And all of them, they're just a bunch of kids that just really had a hard life. Which I can kind of respect. Yeah,
I really want to have time to edit and upload that Pokemon art lock that I have. Because it's hilarious. Some of the drawings are great. I did in Microsoft Paint, so it's not like anything's going to be like perfect, but you know, it's mostly for comedic effect. So another thing, the Pokemon remakes, the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, they're already out now. They've been out for like a week now, but I've heard that they actually got an update before their initial release, and so I'm wondering if that was just for like reviewer copies or what that was for. I'm pretty sure it's just be like a reviewer copy thing, but I kind of thought that was kind of interesting.
I don't know.
So
it might have been like a last minute patch to maybe like a missing no bug or something that they had to fix, like a game breaking glitch.
Maybe.
I mean,
so
who knows?
If you couldn't tell by now, the mascot is Shuba Duck. He's a great guy. Yeah, I'll have to make a thumbnail for like with him.
I think it's time we introduce another member though, because we've recently introduced your cat Marceline. We've Shuba Duck's back. I think it's time we add another member of the family.
Who's that?
Jeremy the Marble.
Oh yeah, I'll put a picture of Jeremy on screen. But I honestly completely forgot about Jeremy. But Jeremy the Marble. Yeah. So basically, what happened is, you know those Japanese like sodas, bottles, things that the marbles get stuck in, and you have to get the marble out. Well, I already drank it all, and I was trying to get the marble out, and I just went against the concrete and just started like scraping to try and like peel the cap off. And Arceaion over here.
Before any of you say anything about there's tricks to get the marble out, we know there's tricks. We just didn't have the tools to do the tricks because we were at work and we didn't really have the tools to mess around with it and get it without hurting ourselves.
Yeah.
So he was just scraping it on the
floor
to weaken the plastic so he could pull it off.
Well, really, it was working. It was working too. All the plastic was torn off except for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you're like, here, let me try. Takes it, smashes against the wall. Straight up smashes against the wall. Jeremy has scars from that day. He has a little scar on his marble head.
I was like, here, I'll get it out for you real quick. And he was like, all right, I've been doing this for like 30 minutes. Go ahead and try. I walk over to the wall and just smash it like you smash a beer bottle in a bar fight. And I just picked it up and was like, here you go.
So after the whole thing with Jeremy, I'm sure you have a lot of enemies, right? Yeah. You have a lot of enemies, including the deer that like to hit your car.
Oh my god.
Well, truck. Actually, you didn't hit it. The truck rolled and became burrito.
Yeah. Okay. So this is I guess the second half of this ongoing segment that is the story of my car,
vehicles, whatever it is,
and all that.
You just have the worst luck.
I do.
The worst.
I've almost hit 2 more deer. Spentaur over here has almost hit like 3 of them. A friend of ours from work has almost hit 2, and my dad recently hit 1. It's like they're after my whole family and my friends and everyone I love.
Yeah. Well, luckily I haven't hit any yet. Knock on wood.
Actually, now that going back to cars and all that, I heard you have an evil ratchet.
Oh. Okay, now this is a good story. All right, so my brother has a 98 Acura Integra, okay? Really old car. He's working on it. He was just, I don't even remember what he was doing exactly, but he had to tighten down a bolt with a ratchet. So this said ratchet caused a fire in his engine because it fell on top of the battery on like both of the sides, connected them, started sparking really bad. It caught fire, and my dad was inside, and my brother was in the garage. I was in the living room talking to my mom, and all of a sudden, my brother came in. He's like, Dad, there's a fire, and my dad literally looked at him like, what? You're joking with me? No way. And he's like, Dad, there's a fire. And so my dad had to run out there. He's like, holy shit, you're right. I don't even remember what they did. They basically like got the ratchet off of there somehow, like hitting it with something else. They had to hit it with something that wasn't metal, so they didn't electrocute them. But it was crazy. Speaking of electrocution, have you ever been electrocuted before?
Yes, I've been electrocuted twice. One time it was complete. Actually, the other time I was just being an idiot.
Oh, see.
Have you?
Well, yeah, I've been electrocuted once. I was trying to plug in a Wii.
I remember the story now.
I was trying to plug in a Wii, and I was standing on this rotating chair. Okay, I'm honestly surprised that I didn't like get serious damage from it. I don't know. It could have been brain damage for all I know. Holy crap! That's an alarm.
That's my alarm.
For the fire and the flames. We're gonna have to bleep that.
Nah, it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's
but
fine.
where was I at? I don't know. The whole fire and the flames
You were standing on.
Oh, I was standing on the rotated chair, and so I couldn't see behind the Wii. So I was like kind of feeling around in the sockets and everything, and the plug-in like for the wall and everything. There was an extension going up there, so I felt the like little thing that goes into the wall, and I felt the little thing that I don't know, but basically I was dumb, and I touched both at the same time, and like literally felt my body like vibrating. And I was like, what's going on? What's this? And I was like, oh shit, I'm getting electrocuted. So I just dropped it, jumped down the chair, and just like kind of sat there for like 10 minutes being like, am I okay? Can I move my muscles in the right way and everything? It was kind of scary.
So,
it wasn't like
major
damage, but...
So I was really young. It was like the time when you have a night light, like maybe 4, 5.
Yeah. And you did the same exact thing.
No. I just woken up, so I was going to unplug my nightlight. And I got curious. I was like, I wonder what happens if you touch both prongs at once.
You really just...
Okay,
so I did mine out of just not being able to see.
Like I said,
you did yours just straight out of stupidity.
Like I said, one time was an accident. The other time was stupidity. This is just pure stupidity because I literally touched them, got blown back like 2 feet, and I was just like, I want to do that again.
Oh my gosh.
My parents, fortunately, I caused a surge in the circuit breaker tripped, so my parents caught me in time before I tried to blow myself up.
That's Okay, so electrocution junkie over here.
The second time is, I actually just told you about this one. I had a friend that wanted to be an electrician, so he took a car battery and built like a Tesla coil, and he would take a metal rod with some plastic, and he would mess around with it to make like arcing sparks and all that stuff. So he gets done making it, and I'm like, good job, man. I pat him on the back. He's holding the rod, and we both get electrocuted. We wake up like 10 minutes later on the floor, and we're like, wow.
Jeez.
That was stupid of us.
Jeez.
We were both also standing on a metal plate. My friend had a metal plate under his desk where he worked on electrical stuff.
Jeez.
It's a wonder we're not dead from that one.
Honestly, it is.
That's just...
So since it's a Christmas episode, and I'll put like an animation for like Christmas on the screen or something. It may be like super dumb, but
jingle bell, jingle bell.
Okay, that's actually copyrighted.
Wait, Jingle Bells is copyrighted? Really?
I don't know. I think so. I don't know. Happy Birthday's copyrighted, so
it's not copyrighted. It's not copyrighted anymore.
Happy Birthday?
It's not copyrighted anymore.
Oh, okay.
I think it went out of copyright circulation at like, I think it was 20. It was either 18 or 19.
Well, anyways, do you have any Christmas stories you want to say on the podcast, Arceaion?
Oh, I got a few.
A few? Well, I have one.
I was about to say, let's start with yours, because you only have one, and I got two.
So back whenever I was at college, I was...
Actually, no, I have one. You have one, two... You have three. You have three.
Do I really?
Yeah. It's right here.
Is Poop Particles basically a Christmas story?
Gosh, let's talk about that first.
Okay, so
when I found this out, I just retched.
Okay,
I don't want to hear about it.
So I'm gonna put the timestamp on the screen of where you want to skip to if you don't want to hear something gross. But Spotify users, I'm sorry, you don't actually get to see that.
Oh no, poor Spotify users.
So basically, whenever you fart, little poop particles come out of you, and then whenever like someone smells someone else's fart, it's their poop particles going in your nostrils. So I thought that was a very interesting fact.
Please note that we just ate CC's pizza, and that is not doing well.
I felt that was very important to talk about on the podcast.
Okay, mark it down as done, so we can.
What do you mean? It is not done. It's never done. I'm gonna talk about next episode or something.
Oh no. So let's
back to college here.
Well, no. Let me cover mine first because I only got one. It seems like you have a few. So my story is when I was very young. I was a piece of shit back when I was young.
You still are.
I still am, but
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. You have to take that so personally.
I still am. I'm not even taking it personally.
Oh,
wow.
I
really still am. But I'm not as bad anymore. But
yeah,
I was like the demon from hell back then. And my parents, eventually I did something so bad that my parents effectively just took all of my toys away. All of my toys, everything. Like, they locked it all up. I think they even took my bed away. Like, they gave me the mattress and the box springs.
Okay,
and,
so that's not
mattress,
bad.
Box springs, I think one pillow and one blanket, and that was all I was allowed.
Wow.
They gave me, like, pencils and paper and stuff so that I could do school, but...
Wow.
I don't even remember what I did, but I was really mad at it. I was like, you can't take my toys away. Santa gave me all those. And my dad literally yelled in my face, apologies to anyone who still believes in Santa, he just yelled in my face, Santa doesn't exist. We buy all the toys for you, you little piece of shit.
What do you mean Santa exists? I saw him. I'm one of his reindeer. I'm legitimately one of his reindeer. I'm like next to Prancer. Spentaurthecentaur. You know? Like, I may not have the 4 legs, but I still... Okay, no. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Arceaion. Anyways, I've seen him plenty of times. I've seen Santa plenty of times. He's like my best bud. But yeah.
Funny story is how you're a reindeer, but you got run over by one.
Yeah, I got in a fight with another one, and all of a sudden, like, I just turn around and boom, got trampled. I had to get spine surgery. I got dislocated plates in 3 different spots. I almost was paralyzed, except I'm a centaur, so yeah.
I guess you'd only be... I mean, where were the plates? Here, okay.
The plates are like in your spine. They're like the things that.
Oh,
like,
I know.
Yeah.
But here's a question for you, and this may just blow your mind. But centaurs have 2 backs.
See, I am a special kind of centaur because I have the horse head, but I don't have the horse body. So I'm considered a Spentaur. I am a separate breed of centaur. This is kind of going into the origin story of Spentaurthecentaur here, but
Wasn't your origin story that you just arose?
No,
I was primordial ooze.
I was created in a lab. I was created in a lab.
It's funny because my character is a scientist.
Yes, but you are not the creator.
No, but
the creator's name was Matthews.
MMM.
Yes, that was his initial. MMM. M, because he had a second middle name. It was also Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So, anyways, another story. Whenever I was in college, I didn't partake in making a snowman. Actually, I made like one, but there was a neighbor that made a snowman. And so I walked out, saw a snowman, went to class and everything, came back, saw it as a snowman. Woke up the next day, it was a complete dick. Someone had carved a dick into that snowman. I'm being legit. Like, someone just carved a dick into a snowman, and I was just like, okay, this has happened. And then someone else did the same thing on someone's car. Like, on the hood of someone's car. And it was just, it's so funny.
So here's a question for you, because... So I don't watch many Christmas movies, at least not anymore. But I mean, I was never a big fan of Christmas movies to begin with. But what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Probably the one the audiences are watching right now: Shuba Duck, Arceaion, Spentaur, that one. Other than that, well, are we a Christmas movie? I don't know. Anything that happens around the time of Christmas is considered a Christmas movie. So, my favorite Christmas movie is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. But if I'm being serious, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I hate that movie.
Why do you hate that movie? Because it's clay animations?
Actually, no. I do enjoy clay animations. It's just I have a loathing, a hatred for the music.
You hate the music?
I cannot stand Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in my life. Like, I genuinely cannot stand it. It's like a physical, like, hatred that I can't even explain it. I hate it.
I don't know why.
I hate it more than Shrek.
Ouch, you hate Shrek? Wait, we talked about this.
We've talked about it before, which is why I say this, because the audience knows. I cannot stand that.
I'm kind of sad because it's gotten to the point where there's no like good Christmas songs coming out.
That's really
so like it's just a repeat of the same ones, and I'm just getting really tired of it.
I think it's time we talk about this. Just Christmas, and I want to say this as nicely as possible, but I don't know how. Christmas has become so marketed and so
businessy
that it's lost everything it was supposed to be. Like, it started off as the birth of Jesus Christ, and then it transitioned to being about family, and then it transitioned to money.
Yeah.
How much can we market this? How much can we gouge the people out of... I don't like... Christmas is one of those times of the year where I both love it and loathe it with a passion.
I feel like it should be more about family and everything.
I really do. And when I was younger, I was the kid that always got everything you wanted.
Yeah.
In terms of toys and stuff, not in terms of privileges, but in terms of toys, if I asked for it, I'd eventually get it, either through my parents or relatives or just by me buying it with my own money. But
I was about to say something and I completely lost track of what I was going to say, but it involved like Christmas and stuff.
Anyway, because of my upbringing and how much I got when I was younger, I learned very quickly that
it's not about that.
It's not about the toys or the presents or any of that. It's about
spending time with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing, this is something I really liked, and I guess we can bring this up too, because I went on a vacation recently to Silver Dollar City. and I saw the lighting of the tree and all that stuff, but they didn't talk a lot about Santa. They were very big on Christmas,
Which
but
is understandable.
it was a very traditional Christmas. It was very, oh, it's the coming of Christ. They actually told the story of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Of his birth and all that stuff. And I actually loved it there because it was old-fashioned. It was family values. It was...
Yeah.
And it makes sense because that's the time period it takes place in, when it was big with it's the birth of Jesus Christ and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It became a family. It's a family thing. Started happening around the Industrial Revolution, when spending time with family was very rare, because they were always working at the mines or in the factories or something like that. But after that, it became more businessy. And
so, did you ever get Skyrim or Fallout 4 for Christmas?
No, the story of how I got those is just funny. I was introduced into it by a friend who had the Thomas the Tank Engine mod on both of them, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? So he showed me all this, and I actually spent hours and hours and hours playing through every single scenario. So if you ever get on my PC, or if you ever get on my Steam account,
then you'll see just how many hours you have.
No, I actually have
hardly any.
Yeah, I hardly have any because I played it all on my friends. And I guess it's time to introduce
Thoughts with Arceaion. Here's our special segment we have just started doing because we keep forgetting that we have segments, and then we start a segment and then we forget that we have it and then never do it. So here we go. Thoughts with Arceaion.
Yeah, I gotta dig them all out.
You gotta dig them all out. Jeez. I was just gonna talk about the one.
See, there's like 2 or 3.
See, no, just do that one. Do that one. Yeah. So,
your lips touch when you say open, but they don't touch when you say close. I'm going to tell you right now, Spentaur has been desperately trying to prove me wrong on that.
Hold on. Actually, you said they don't touch when I say close? Yeah. Clubs.
He has been desperately trying to prove.
Because you can't say P, and you can't say close. You can't say, like... I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, you can't say closed without it, like, not closing. And you can't say
because if you do, it sounds like
open.
Clothes.
Yes, because clothes. But yeah, well, I guess...
Actually, let's move on. So back in 2016, apparently there were a lot of Kiritos.
Okay,
apparently.
So the story behind this is in 2016, I think it was 2016, I don't know, I'm taking an estimated guess on the year, but Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate had released. Around the same time, well, I don't know if it was the same time, but like, Sword Art Online came out. So every lobby I would be in with my friends, I only had 3 friends, so we'd always have like a random join the party. Every time there would at least be like one Kirito that joined her thing, like per day. Never same guy. Never the same guy. Always different armor, different level and all that. And we're just like, oh, Kirito. So yeah.
And we should have talked about this. This is why it's all random, because our thoughts are random.
Very much so. We're also just very scatterbrained.
The reason why, actually, I'm going to come back to this one. I mentioned how I went to Silver Dollar City, and I had a lot of fun. They had a fire there recently, and it burned down the wood shop, the pork rinds, and the furniture place. And it was right next to the ride Wildfire.
Very ironic.
Yes, very ironic that there was a wildfire next to the ride of the same name. But that also brings into account that, I can't really ride roller coasters anymore because it raises my blood pressure so high that I almost had a heart attack.
See, I'm just terrified of roller coasters. I don't know what caused it, but I've always had a huge fear of roller coasters. Like the speed and the height change at the same exact time is always like, I don't know if it's like a balance, like with like my ears, you know, like the fluid balance and everything, the equilibrium or something.
Yeah.
Because I have trouble on like a swing going back and forth straight. I have to be like, my head has to be sideways for it to feel okay. And I don't know if that's just like adrenaline or something or how that works, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, this podcast is sponsored by water.
H2O, you know, your favorite chemical compound that you drink and are 70% of.
The only truly natural energy drink.
It's not really even an energy drink. Are we allowed to call it that?
It gives you energy it keeps you alive.
Are we legally allowed to call it an energy drink, though? Also, this is an actual company. We're just chemical compound water.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by any specific water, though. Hey, Ozark, hit us up.
Yeah, Ozark or just really any business. I don't care. We can get sponsored by anything.
I'm not doing Dasani.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.
Actually, do we have any more to cover? Oh, no, we do still have a few things. We need to go back.
Yeah, we're almost at time. We're like 3 minutes away from time. So we'll just cover them later on.
Yeah.
But
so I guess, and this is just for this, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but I think our next episode we'll be going back in time to look at all the comments and well, not all the comments, but all the. Actually, no, we might look at comments from our past videos if we do have any and address those.
I'm telling you now, we have like 2.
Maybe.
But yeah, Shuba the Duck
has returned.
And also Shuba the Duck is his name Shuba? His last name is Duck. Middle name D.
Shuba Duck. There's no D. It's just
that's the middle
Shuba
name.
Duck.
Usually people don't pronounce the middle name. That's part of Shuba Duck lore. All right, guys.
Yeah. Anyway,
thanks for listening.
Our next episode will most likely be covering
podcast topics that we didn't talk about.
Yeah. So see you next time and bye.
Yep. Thanks for catching in.